All right. Hey, margaritas.
Hi.
Welcome back. I don't know what to. This is always the awkward part of the podcast that I have problems with. But I will mention this week we have our social media manager back for a little visit.
Yes,
She's missed us
we've missed her because someone can man the recording,
because
so we
I'm
don't
bad at it.
so we don't end it.
That the last couple of podcasts, it has been confirmed that I shouldn't be put in charge, but
It's
I
been a
have
struggle.
I have been. Hmm?
Yeah, she says she has a clicker somewhere, but
I don't know how to work it. Anyway, so I'm just really
you just
bad
go
with
wait.
phone technology and everything. But hey, so I mean, I don't think the video quality mattered last week. We had really good views last week.
Okay, well,
Uh huh. Even some comments, which we don't get a lot of.
yeah.
But I'm not gonna
Did
say if
you
they were good or bad, but she's not
did
been
but
watching us.
did she like debrief you on last week? Okay,
I did not.
well,
Let's debrief
here we
her
go.
and everybody else.
We'll debrief everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So we decided that we were just going to talk about a documentary that we watched, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because
That's usually what we do.
obviously I'm on a I hate men kick. And so it was the documentary about the manosphere. So we were like, let's just talk about
Let's
it,
talk about
When I
it.
tell you that we had over 200 and something views. Okay. Now, someone said
Which is
that my definition of the manosphere was a harebrained definition. And I'm like, first of all, I have never claimed to be a journalist. Okay.
yes, we don't claim to be.
I've never
No.
claimed that I dig deep to try to find out, like actual
Mm-hmm.
me. I'm not doing an investigation here.
Yeah.
I just looked it up. Let's talk about it, right? Because I know some about the manosphere. I'm not a part of the manosphere, nor do I care for the manosphere. So
Yeah.
now these people are like, the very first comment was this guy saying, "Oh, we've been called out," or something like that. And he's like, "We win." And I'm like, what did you win?
It was
Like,
a
first of all,
crazy comment.
you
Like
are
what?
on a podcast with like 5 viewers. Okay. Okay. So I don't really think you won a whole lot,
No.
but like, I mean, we weren't doing some hard hitting investigation into the manosphere for like the nightly news.
Yeah.
But it's like, we win. Okay.
Okay.
You
I
won.
mean, maybe we should investigate a little more. I don't know.
Hard pass.
I don't know if I could stomach it though, to be quite honest,
Listen.
because you watched it twice
Yeah.
before we talked about it on the podcast. I only watched it once. I was going to try to watch it a second time to make notes, but it was very
And
difficult.
if we need to be clear, once was enough
Yes.
to have watched it. And I don't care to spend any more of my free time on the manosphere
Yes. Yes.
or
We
anyone
can
included in it.
we can move on. But I always, good or bad or crazy, stupid, whatever. Hey, I appreciated the comments and the little bit of, traction it gave our little podcast.
Yeah.
So whatever, I'll take it. I don't care.
Also, we got one whole subscriber out of it. So there's that.
The
So
most
maybe
views
maybe we
and one
win.
subscriber.
maybe
Thanks.
maybe we win in the whole situation, okay?
Okay. Well, we're not going to give them too much time. Maybe they'll check back in with us this week. Maybe not. But we're not going to discuss them
I hope
and give them any more whatever because
no.
I'm ready to move on to the
Cuz
next.
you. No.
I know that was gross. Anyway. Anyway.
Anyway,
So, how's your week been? Good
it's
week?
been good.
Bad? Not
It's
bad?
it's been
Just
good.
a typical. Okay.
Yeah, it's a typical week.
My
Yeah.
house has been in chaos again while the big kids that just moved out a couple of weeks ago came back for a long visit. already homesick.
She's like,
She moved away and was like, I'm not going to stay here and have my baby. And then she came back. She's like, you know what? Maybe I'll go into labor while I'm visiting. I changed my mind. I want to have my baby here.
actually, maybe, just maybe. Well,
Maybe she'll go into labor while we're podcasting. Maybe you're the, I don't know, good luck charm, whatever she needs.
I mean,
Apparently she
if we
needs to
can.
relax. So maybe while
She
she's sitting
needs
here
to
listening to us,
relax
she can
and
relax.
be happy. And I don't know how you can't be happy
Yeah,
around us.
exactly.
This is like the happy place.
Mm-hmm. This is our happy place. So
You're going to just laugh so much that your water's just going to break.
yeah, maybe. If anybody can do that, I think Tasha can. So
I don't have many jokes in me today.
everybody's like,
all out
this
of
week.
all out of jokes, man.
Yeah, no jokes this week. Seriously.
Nah, I'm tired.
Yeah, I feel that.
I ain't got no vitamin D in my body. Either way,
Either one.
neither way do I have vitamin D.
Mm.
All of my vitamin D is insufficient at this moment.
Oh,
So
I'm sorry. I don't know what to do about that. We are getting our
I'm
vitamin
sorry
C
too.
tonight because somebody, me,
Yeah,
forgot to buy margarita mix.
yeah.
And so all I had in my refrigerator was milk and orange juice. So here we are with our tequila and orange juice. We're just
Desperate.
getting it any way we can get it. But I appreciate it because
Desperate times.
I'm tired and feel yucky, just allergies and everything
Me
else. So the
too.
vitamin C is needed, even though I'm with you. I just maybe we should work on, I don't know.
Also,
Maybe we need another night out soon. Let's
I got
see
a
where we
really,
can find you.
I got a really hard piece of popcorn. I'm
Oh.
trying not to crunch it, but it's gonna be like. Okay.
For a second, I didn't know where you were about to go when you said hard piece, and I was like, "What?" But anyway,
No, I just knew that I was like. Anyway,
okay.
so I don't think I need a night out.
No,
I don't think. I mean, I've made it this long without vitamin D. I can keep
I
trucking.
mean, it would be nice before you know, undergo
You know
certain
what?
things, and you know,
On all
can we
this
talk
time,
about that on the podcast?
sure.
What you doing? Yeah.
Yeah.
You're scheduling the hysterectomy. You're getting it done.
We're scooping it all out, man.
Yeah. Perimenopause has been kicking your butt so badly that you're just like, take it. And your doctor agreed.
She was like, yes.
Yeah.
It's time.
Let's do it.
She was like, we've tried too many things.
Mm-hmm.
It's you're past due.
But
so I was like, let's do it.
I didn't realize the recovery time was so lengthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like 6 to 8 weeks.
I guess I shouldn't be surprised, but I don't know. I figured just with medical technology and everything else now that, I don't know.
Well, she said that I guess the incisions, because it's robotic, so the little incisions will be healed in a week-ish. Mm-hmm. But the main recovery time is just your innards.
Yeah.
Because, you know.
I can see that. Yeah. I get that.
But she said that if I wanted to, I could keep my ovaries. And I said, ma'am, if they're not keeping me alive, then I don't need them.
That's exactly right.
Scoop it all out. And she said,
take it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good. I'm excited for you. And I'm also kind of just a little bit jealous.
I'm excited for myself, but I'm also nervous.
Because, I mean, it is a surgery. Nobody really just wants to undergo a surgery, but, you know, your perimenopause and all you've had it a lot worse than I've had it.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I'm ready to just throw in the towel and tell them to take it all as well. So,
So, I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm nervous about it, but also I realize that I need to lose like 10 pounds before I have it done because all I'm going to do is just sit around and eat for 6 weeks.
Mm.
And then I'll be big as a house and I won't be able to get out
Yeah.
and blow up.
I don't think you could get as big as a house. Don't worry. You'll still have motivation to
Blow up.
recover quickly and well and keep it off because we've got to go to the beach at some point this year.
Yes.
I mean, don't worry about it.
Listen,
Don't worry about how
this
we
is
can afford these
this
things,
is what I
but we've
told
got to
her.
make it happen
When I
because
told
it is
her
needed.
that we were going, listen, when I told her that we were going to the beach, because I texted her and I was like, I don't care if I have to sell myself up and down Jackson Avenue. We're going to the beach, okay? So if you see me on the street corner, just know I'm trying to get beach money, okay? I'm
Well,
working on it.
I'm
I
trying.
will turn as many tricks as I need
Yeah.
to
Well,
get us to the beach.
you know what? Now we have a little bit extra time to figure it out because the date that we had originally chosen, I
Yeah,
mean, we've got to cancel that because you're still going to be recovering
right.
from surgery.
Kind of runs into.
So, but that's okay. We'll, we'll figure it out.
We're gonna get there.
We'll get there.
And you know what? I can't I can't turn any tricks for 6 to 8 weeks. So we have to take that into consideration.
I mean, you got a month
So, but
before.
before and I guess a
It
little
would be
little after.
it would be nice if I don't know. I'll talk about this off camera. I had ideas, but I'm not going to say it on camera. Just ideas, ways that maybe Tasha can just be taken care of before she goes into surgery. We'll discuss it off camera though.
Oh God,
I don't want to bring it up here.
I don't even know if I want to know.
I mean, you probably don't, but we'll
Scared.
we'll we'll discuss it off
Okay.
camera. I mean, I'm sure there is one gentleman in your life who will be happy to provide the service, but that's all I'm
I
gonna
have
say.
Minty who
So,
I have many who would be happy
I
to.
mean, yeah, but just one that's around a lot, and in particular that I'll think of. But
What are we
I
talking
don't.
about?
We'll discuss it off camera. Never
God
mind.
help me.
I know, right? I had ideas.
That orange juice and tequila done kicked in.
And maybe it is. I don't know.
You're cut off.
Cut off. I still have a lot to go. We
Yeah, me
can't
too.
waste in this economy. We cannot waste anything.
Mm-mm.
Okay, liquor or orange juice.
Mm-mm. We
So,
gotta chug it down.
okay.
Okay. Well, so in true Tanya fashion,
Uh
she had no notes prepared.
no.
I said, "What are we talking about?" She says, "We'll just wing it." And I said, "Oh God, okay."
Well, if I had been awake last night, we could have hashed this out because you did text me early and then you texted me about 8:30.
Yeah.
Hey, what are we talking about? What you feeling like?
Yeah.
I was already in a coma. I had taken NyQuil. I was out. I didn't see your text till this morning.
You act like we are celebrities
Mm,
and
I
anyone
mean,
is listening to us just ramble and wing it.
some people oddly do. I would
I
love to
mean,
know
me
who,
too.
but
Show yourselves. Identify yourselves in the comments, please. Who are you? But so
I mean, there are things that we had discussed earlier in the week that I knew, like shows that we had both watched, whatever. So,
yeah,
like I said, there's some things we've both seen. We just talk about it. We'll throw it out there.
yeah. Well, okay. So we'll just since I am a hard hitting journalist.
Mm-hmm.
That is my new hat that I wear.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I wanted to bring up. Have you seen the family that's suing the distributors of Alani because their daughter died?
Okay. Yes,
17-year-old
I did see
died.
that.
Okay. The parents said, after I did my investigation, I found out that the parents said that they did not know that Alani doesn't state that it would cause severe cardiac issues, right? Okay.
Um.
But they do have warnings that,
Yeah.
you know, high caffeine content. It's got 200 milligrams of caffeine in it. Okay.
Yeah.
I drink one Alani every couple of days, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
She had a mini fridge.
Oh, okay.
They're suing the distributors for $1 million.
That's crazy.
But she was drinking 6 a day.
No.
Yes. And so she died from an enlarged heart
Well,
and whatever. But I just think at some point as parents, we have to be accountable.
yes.
Like I understand, and I completely understand that we can talk to our kids about the dangers of things, and
Yes.
our kids are hard headed and they're going to do what they
And
want to do,
of course.
especially when they're 17 and
Mm-hmm.
up. Okay,
Yep.
and there's no age restriction on energy drinks.
Nope, there's
Young
not.
people can go get them, whatever. But I feel like as a parent, especially if I know that my kid loves them and has a whole mini fridge and I'm buying them for my child,
Yep.
I feel like it's my responsibility to say, listen, I this is not good for you. This is,
Exactly.
here are the dangers of
Mm-hmm.
this. But I mean, it's like if my kid took up smoking and then they died from cancer, I can't be like, oh, well, I'm suing the tobacco company, the
No.
distributors of it, because I know the risk. But
Yeah.
I feel like at certain points, we as parents have to,
Exactly. And I feel like that happens a lot lately. Like
yeah,
parents are always wanting to put the responsibility and blame on someone else, but you're the parents.
yeah,
Ultimately, this falls on you. My kid brings one energy drink in maybe once every couple of weeks, and I'm already lecturing him.
yeah,
Like, do you know how much caffeine this has in it? Do you know how bad this is? Like, they're very well aware.
right.
And
And
it,
if they do it, if they're aware, you've made them aware,
yes.
and they still do it, then
And I'm
honestly, I
not
mean, there's
blaming the
not
distributor
a
if something
lot that,
happens.
right, there's not a lot you can do at that point.
Mm-mm.
You've done your job as a parent. You've educated them on the dangers.
Yep.
They didn't listen. And honestly, I mean, there's nothing you can do, but I feel like as parents, we have to step in and tell our kids, and
That's our job.
17, 18 is old enough to know, be aware
Yeah,
of the dangers because it's all online and they're chronically online anyway. So but
they're
it's
aware.
like they're saying that the Alanis shouldn't be so pretty, and so it's dangerous, and it's got all these colors and pretty, and it's given all these health benefits. It's advertising. It's got something in it. I can't remember, but I'm like, but just because it's pretty and they see it online and they see influencers
Yeah.
pushing it, doesn't mean that it's good for you.
Well,
Even if it is good for you, everything is bad for you if in excess.
exactly. And even though it's pretty, the label's still there. You can still look and see how much caffeine are in these drinks.
Right.
It's there. I don't care how pretty the label is.
And
I'm
like
sorry,
someone said,
but
we shouldn't have to have ugly things and bland things and plain things just because
mhm,
it we don't want it to appeal to younger people.
yeah,
The disclaimers are there.
they're still
We're
there.
all aware of how much caffeine is recommended in your daily dose.
Yeah,
6 cans worth of caffeine is not recommended for
that
anyone,
is no.
not for 17 or 70.
I don't see this going very far. I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to follow it because just out of curiosity, I'd like to see how this ends up. But
Yeah.
surely, I mean, it can't go that far.
Well, Celsius owns Alani because Celsius bought Alani,
Mhm.
and they've come out and said the disclaimers are there.
Mhm.
We're within guidelines of how we're supposed to, whatever.
Mhm.
And so I don't see it going far. And
Yeah.
they're not even really suing Alani or Celsius. They're selling the distributor, which was like, I can't remember the name of the place, but I don't see it going far either.
I
I
don't
don't
see how it
know.
could.
I don't know if someone would like settle just to make it go
That's
away.
probably really all, because a lot of these big companies and even the distributors and everything else, all it takes is, one lawsuit out there in the media,
Yeah.
some bad publicity to make them just settle.
Yeah.
So that really all it boils down to. And that's probably what the parents may be even thinking. Yeah, this lawsuit isn't going to go anywhere, but we'll at least get some settlement money.
Yeah.
Just so it can go away.
Yeah. Wow.
Which doesn't make it right. But,
right. Okay. Well, the other thing, Haley Beck. Is anyone following this?
Haley Beck?
Anyone following this? You're not following? You have not seen this? When I tell you,
I have been chronically sleeping so much.
I have been digging deep into this. Is all I see right now.
Okay, tell me about Haley Beck.
Okay, so do you know who Noah Beck is? Noah Beck is a TikToker. Okay. He became super famous on TikTok.
For what?
Nothing.
Oh,
but I mean, just because he's a good looking guy, and he was part of this bunch of influencers that blew up all kind of at the same time.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Noah Beck's sister is a teacher. Okay. Well, she has been dating and sexually involved with one of her students.
Oh, that's
and there is another teacher who is involved with the same student. Okay. Now the student is, I believe, the quarterback. Okay. Now, when I tell you, the comments are so funny because I'm like, I mean, I know he's the victim, but I feel like she's the victim in all of this because he cooks her. He is so rude to her, and like all of the text messages have come out. Well, he's honestly, the text messages between him and his friend where he's like, yeah, she's a fat pig and her big belly was flopping all over me and she's sweating all over me, and yeah, I got her to gobble this D and all this other stuff. And I was like, oh, okay. So then he's talking to her. First of all, she paid him, or she told him she would pay him for each compliment that he gave her on her concert outfit. Yeah, $5 a compliment. And the compliments were literally like, shoes, I like them. Shirt, fire. Belt, I see it. And it was like so basic. But then, so he was like, well, yeah, and like apparently she was like giving him money, and he kept calling her sugar mama. And she said that she didn't like it when he called her sugar mama, and he was like, basically calling her out. Well, what do you want me to call you, crybaby? And then she said something like, oh, because they were like planning a meetup or whatever. And she said, okay, I'll be a rebellious teenager, I guess. And he goes, yeah, rebellious teenager stuck in high school, sleeping with a high schooler. And I was like, dang.
Whoa.
No, like the
she told him that
this
she was
is
mad.
horrible.
She was upset that he didn't say "I love you" back to her, and that was when he made the crybaby comment.
She was like, I don't like it. I thought about it, and I don't like it when you call me sugar mama. And he was like, but you're paying me, like sugar baby or sugar mama paid sugar baby or whatever. And then he was like, she said something about she didn't want to be a forever side piece. Eventually he would have to upgrade that or whatever. He said, you'll have to find someone your own age for that.
Oh my gosh. This is horrible. How, like,
No, he is so. But everyone's like, okay, but the kid is low key funny. I mean, he's still a victim in all this, but like,
mean,
he's low key funny.
how old is this kid?
I think he's
His-
18 now.
He's
He's
yeah,
18 now, but it started when he was 16.
yeah. Like I think he was like 15, 16, and he's yeah, because they moved away for college purposes because they didn't want it to like
Wow.
interfere with any scholarships or anything. But apparently, the parent, like the mom, knew.
And was just okay with the relationship? Like, have charges been brought against this woman?
She no, because she
It's weird right now.
Yeah,
People
it's
are saying that they're paying the family off.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
But then everyone is starting to go through all of Noah Beck's TikToks, and they were like, something's wrong with this family, actually, because there was the one where he was doing the slob on my knob with his mom.
Oh, I saw that one.
What?
And everyone was like, dude, that's your mom.
What?
Before you face every day, I was like, no, this is gonna be AI. This is gonna
What
be
is wrong?
People
Why?
were like, dude, that's your mom. But apparently, the funny thing is, her parents are teachers within the same school district.
Oh my gosh.
But
How?
it's like,
Oh my
I
gosh.
took her to my penthouse and I freaked her.
Oh,
And then
so
she's like,
sad.
he's like, slap on my knob. And she's like, ah. And I'm like, dude, that's your mom. That's
That is
so weird.
disgusting. Okay, I can't. Oh my god. How do people like this have such a platform?
Now, everyone's wondering why no one's talking about the Berlaka, the other teacher, but she was literally like, I hand over my license and everything. Goodbye.
Yeah.
I mean, she was basically like,
The girl was fighting and she's like, I didn't do that.
but I mean, she was going to like all the high school parties and stuff, and they were like,
What is wrong with this
she's
family?
such a weirdo. But the kid was like, could you imagine? First of all, could you imagine? I mean, I know we would never have sex with a minor to begin with because that's disgusting.
No.
But also, could you imagine begging said minor to love you and paying said minor to be like,
I'm
compliment me?
not gonna beg any male
But when the child,
grown out to
it's
love
a
me.
baby.
I'm sorry.
He's a child.
Yeah.
And it's like,
No.
compliment me. And then he was like,
everybody knew. And he had a girlfriend too.
and the
Oh my
girlfriend
gosh.
knew too.
And the
And
teacher was mad
she
at the
was
girlfriend.
literally doing his homework for him.
What is wrong with these people?
He was like, he told his girlfriend he was at tutoring, and she was like, oh, with Miss Beck or whatever. And then she said something about his test, and he goes, she's doing it for me. Like, what a loser. Like,
I can't.
you are such a loser that number one, you had to get with a high schooler and basically pay said high schooler to be with you, and he thinks you're disgusting.
Oh my
If I'm
gosh.
sitting there and someone starts reading my messages, let's say this goes to court and he's like, like, okay, victim says her fat belly was flopping all up. I would be like,
Oh my god.
I'm gonna step out.
That message, I was like she's had to have seen it by now.
I would be like, I'm gonna step out
She
of
also
this
can't.
world.
She also wrote him this like really long
This-
love letter.
Oh,
and it was
yes.
so
A
weird.
love
She
letter.
wrote him a love letter and she was begging him, please just talk to me. Just tell me what's going on.
She was like, I'm so glad that even though this relationship is
Oh my
so horribly
gosh.
wrong, I'm so glad that we met 2 years ago.
I don't know who to be more disgusted by or just
I'm going to lay down in traffic if someone says, yeah, her fat belly was flopping all over me. She's sweating. She's a fat pig. I'd be like, I gotta go. Goodbye, world.
I can't. Okay, when you first mentioned the name, started talking, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go down this rabbit hole
No,
later. I do
please.
not want to. I do
No.
not want any part in
Basically
this
summed it all up.
because gross. This is
No.
this is why I can barely be on social media anymore because one, we just simply talk about it, and I'm not gonna have to go down this rabbit hole. It's just gonna appear on my TikTok tomorrow.
I mean, that would be like me trying to get with your son and be like, because he would be like, "You're disgusting." I mean, they're like, that's like when my kids were like, "Well, is he hot?" And I'm like, "He's a baby."
I know, and when you said something to me about that, like I couldn't compute that. I was like, that word and my son, it doesn't go together. I don't understand what you're saying right
And
now.
the kids were like, "Well, I mean, is he hot?" And I was like,
Because
"Who?
I no.
Your baby?
My
No."
son? No, I just can't. This is my baby boy. Those two words just don't go together. I'm sorry.
I
It's
was like,
wrong.
"Oh,
What is wrong
God."
with the video? She's messing with the
Okay,
camera.
it's still going.
Did it stop?
No, it was in low power mode.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
assuming it was still recording.
Okay. No, it should. Is the timer still recording? Okay. How much time do we have left?
We've got like 20 minutes. I just don't know if it stopped when it like the low power
Yeah.
mode appeared.
My poor phone. No, it doesn't stop.
Okay, so
Okay.
All
right, well, No, that was actually.
we almost just
I
okay.
really need you to
Mm.
just go on down the rabbit hole. It's just, I mean, there's
I
like all
really
these
don't want to.
interviews and
we really
Mm-mm.
summed it up for you. If you actually like listen to like
Yeah.
the love letters and
I
stuff,
feel
you're just
like y'all summed it up pretty good, and I'm good. I don't need to go down that rabbit hole.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't think I'm going to get on TikTok tomorrow
Well,
because I'm scared what's going to come up on my feed.
the first thing I heard, and I was like, oh, she got with a student. And I was like, hell, how dare she? What a loser. Then it was like, I started reading his messages and I was like, oh no, she's actually really pathetic.
Mm.
it's still terrible what happened, but
Like, yes,
Oh,
he's
no.
still a victim,
yeah.
but
He's still a victim
he
legally.
was actually cooking her alive.
But yeah,
I would be
he
mortified.
wasn't acting like a victim.
Y'all would never see me again. I
But
would
I
just
still don't feel
disappear.
sorry for her
No,
by any
no,
means.
God.
Like, oh my gosh, you were a grown woman.
I mean,
Just something's wrong. Like the family needs
she's
to be
what? Like,
investigated.
she's 27,
Yeah.
but she
The
got with
other
him when
woman
she was,
like 40.
yeah. The Burlaka woman was in her 40s.
The youngest I've ever dated, I've dated a guy 5 years younger than me, and that was difficult. So I just can't comprehend.
I mean, I can date a younger man. I
I
don't
can't
necessarily
I can't
want to, but like,
comprehend dating someone that literally like it's illegal, like under the age of 18, because it was just
no,
so difficult for me to comprehend 5 years younger than me.
no. Like, I could date a younger man, but I don't want to go find him at the schoolyard.
No.
Like, I'm in a hard pass. Like,
Yeah.
Her boyfriend at the time was
a cop. Yeah.
and the kid was like, I don't know, he like called her out on that.
Oh wow.
He was like, "You're such an idiot."
Like,
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
no,
Basically
he
just
was
telling her, "You're
like,
an idiot."
he was literally just calling her names. It was like, you're stupid. You're an idiot. You're.
At one point, he was like, "Do you see what's right in front of you?" Because after it came out, she was still like, "Can you talk to me?" And he was like, do you not see what's
It's
happening?"
Oh my
right now?"
gosh.
Because
She's just clueless. She's
yes,
got something wrong with
it
her.
came out, and he was like,
He was like, "Don't text me anymore."
and she's like, please talk to me. You're being so distant. He's like,
Oh
no,
my-
literally,
yeah.
because you're being investigated, dude. I
Oh
shouldn't
my
have to,
gosh.
It's in front of your eyes right now. And she
shouldn't
was
have
like-
to point
she
this
was
out.
like, "But we can get through it."
Oh
She
yeah.
really
we can
wanted
get
to
through
hang
this.
on to this baby, and he's like, dude,
Oh
I
my
don't
gosh.
even like you. I was just trying to get money.
Wow.
Oh god.
Okay, this better not come up on my feed because I'm just like Mary
Speaking it
Kay
out there.
Letourneau came to my mind.
Oh yeah. Her
But
Billy,
they actually got married at some point.
they did.
Oh,
They couldn't keep
that
them
was
away from each other.
disgusting.
And she was like, "You're not going to keep me away from my man." He
Oh
was
my
like,
gosh.
he was like 13, I think, when they got together.
Oh, they've had kids.
Yeah, they had
Ugh.
like 2 or 3 kids together.
Wow.
She was like, "That's my man. I'm gonna stick beside him." Like, girl, he's a baby, like literally a baby.
Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm ready to move away from jailbait stuff.
Okay, well, I mean, the topic that we had planned is jailbait,
This is true too.
because the topic that we were gonna discuss, and we can still touch on, was the Trust Me,
The false
the
prophet
false prophet
documentary.
documentary with
Yeah. That
Mr.
one was
Samuel Bateman, who was
oh the
disgusting.
creepiest.
He was so gross.
I mean, ugh, just instantly, like as soon as I saw his face and heard him speak, I was just like, oh,
Well, as
why?
soon as I heard that,
How
like,
did you get anyone
as soon as that I heard that
to
he
fall for
was
this?
following Warren Jeffs, I was like, say no more. Say
Yeah.
no more. He's a dirtbag. And then, so, okay, they go in and they're, undercover basically, because what's her name? Christine.
Christine.
She had fallen for a false prophet back in her day, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're going undercover basically to
Yeah.
investigate these people with the FLDS. Well, Samuel Bateman is the new leader of the group, but when he starts talking about, oh, it came to me, I had a prophecy that I need to get so and so to have sex with Moroni and this guy and this guy. And she's like recording, because all of these people that he's naming are, I mean, like his youngest bride was like 9 years
9.
old,
Yep. She was 9.
which is disgusting. But he was so corny when he was talking about how he was going to write a song for the Queen of England and she was going to come and be one of his wives. I was like, what
Just
is wrong with
unhinged,
this man?
the most delusional person I think I've ever seen on my TV screen.
Yeah. But when I saw Warren Jeffs, and apparently there's several people who are still like, Warren Jeffs is our leader.
They are still following, but his last instruction from prison was no more marriages, no more having children.
Yeah.
I think. So,
Wow.
if you're still an actual follower, then I mean, it stops there.
Right.
Like it's over, but which there are at the end of the documentary, I think it stated there were still 5 wives
Yeah.
that were still believing in Samuel Bateman and claiming he is their prophet.
Yeah.
And they are still like still standing behind him 100%.
Well, and then you had Julia, which was Moroni's wife. First of all, can I just tell y'all how much I really love the name Moroni? Well, every time they said it, she was like, "Oh, Moroni." I'm like, I love that name.
I don't know. It just associates creepiness with me now after watching him. Though.
It was so FLDS that his name was Moroni.
Yeah.
That I was like, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But like, I really love that name. Like,
Yeah.
he was disgusting, but like, I like that name. Anyway, but she was the only person that, first of all, she gave her kids to
she did.
Sam because she really thought that he was a prophet. And he sold all of them on this idea that he was a true prophet and this was a prophecy that he had to have sex with all these young girls and marry him and all this other stuff. And he was like, oh, it just hit me, oh, Moroni and this guy, they need to whatever. And eventually she's like, hold on, something's not making sense.
Yeah.
And so
I,
she's like moseying on over to Christine's house, like, can you help me?
She got a lot of support. Most people see her as, kind of a hero in a part of all of this.
Right.
But then she also got a lot of hate from mothers specifically, just like how,
Yeah.
just in what universe are you okay with this from
But
the very beginning?
honestly,
But
like, I don't get it
yeah,
as coming from my own perspective.
of course.
But
We would
coming from the
never.
perspective of someone who was probably under Warren Jeffs at some point,
Yes, she was.
I can see how they are blinded by this, but God said I have to do this.
Exactly.
And I don't understand it from my perspective, but I can understand if you grew up thinking that was what was right.
Yeah.
Where you may not know, but it's good that she came to her senses and was like, something
Definitely.
is not.
I still think it's a good thing that she came around. I mean, I give her props from that. I
Right.
mean, as a mother, I still don't completely understand it,
Right.
but I mean, I've never been in that actual
Right.
situation.
I can't speak on how they feel
Yeah,
and why they would make such decisions because I've never been in that.
exactly. But like I said, I get it. But at one point, am I remembering this correctly? I think what was maybe part of her breaking point too is when she found out that Moroni actually took part in watching
Yeah.
one of their daughters perform sexual acts
Yeah.
with Bateman.
Yeah.
Just knowing that, yeah, that would do it for me.
Also, at the end, where she was talking about how she left Moroni, because I was like, Julia's such a badass.
Yes.
Because she left Moroni and
Mhm.
she was like, well, how can I teach my kids to walk away if I can't? And I was like,
Exactly.
preach,
Yeah.
Julia.
That's why, even
Period.
though like I was on the fence, like I still don't understand how you were ever okay with this in the first place. But, in the end, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. She did what needed to be done as a mother. I applaud her. She
Mhm.
left. She could have stayed, but she didn't. And yeah, she's trying to be a better example for her girls, and
Yeah.
I'm good with that. And um hopefully maybe this will be the end of all of it. I don't know.
I doubt it because they
Because
still.
there were three men who were, I guess, under Bateman
Yeah.
that offered up their wives, their daughters, and everything
Yes.
else to him. They've all been charged and
Mhm.
are in prison as well.
Yeah. Moroni got what, 25? I think I wrote this down. 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
He was 3 years
Not enough,
probation,
but
3 years house arrest, and then 25 years
mm-hmm.
was his prison sentence. And then there was Torrance, and then there was Liddell,
Mm-hmm.
and they got like 35 years to life or something.
I think they should all be locked up forever.
And then
But
8 of the wives were also sentenced for their role because
yeah, some of the
they
wives were
were
as well.
allowing the younger
Mm-hmm.
whatever. Anyway,
Which I'm glad. Just charge everybody.
yeah,
They all need to do some prison time.
yeah.
Hold them all accountable. Um. So yeah, I thought I really enjoyed that doc. It was creepy, and there were a lot of just cringy things, disgusting things. But I found gnomes on TikTok.
Did you?
Have you seen? This? She really stood out to me in the documentary.
I actually was a fan of gnomes
Yes,
because she was different, but she was so ride or die this man.
Oh yes.
Like she was ride or die Sam Bateman. She was ready to like get the guns out and blow people away.
Was it her or there was somebody I remember someone
One of
saying
them.
during the raid was like, get the AR-15, and I was
Yeah.
like, what are you doing
I
with
think-
an AR-15?
I think that was
Like,
one of
what?
Julia's daughters.
It was Julie. I cannot
Because I
remember her
think she
name.
was like, Noam said they would
Mm-hmm.
kill to defend their man.
Because Gnomes and Julia's daughter, and I cannot remember her name right
Okay,
now.
either.
They both did jail time
Yeah,
for the kidnapping of the younger girls.
yeah.
Yeah, and that's where they kind of came around a little bit and had their eyes open.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, her TikTok account popped up on my feed this morning. I was like, oh, this is interesting. So I'm gonna take a little dive into that, see what life has been like after the fact.
Yeah.
And everything, because of course, I mean, once the documentary ended, I mean, you don't. I think it's interesting to find out, like, what are these girls up to now?
Mm-hmm.
How is life for them? What are they doing?
Yeah.
And I found Gnomes on TikTok, and I'm a follower, so I'll report back.
Yeah.
So she's a beautiful young lady
She
and
is
very well
so
spoken.
pretty. Now, during the whole ordeal when she was with Sam, and they were dressed in those hideous garbs.
Yeah,
I
that's what we'll
mean,
call
like,
them.
she even said, like, she convinced herself that she had to be the best wife. Like, she had to be ride or die for this man.
And she really was like she's got the crazy eyes.
And that's what I was
Like,
gonna say. Like,
oh,
that's what I was gonna say, because every time she would sit there and they were sitting beside each other and she's looking off, I'm like, she has got the craziest eyes I have ever seen. Like, they look.
She was looking out for that man.
It almost looked like something from the Manson family.
It was scary.
And I was like, oh no, she actually would. And then when she found out that Christine was basically the one, because
Yeah.
they all started relying on Christine. They all thought Christine was like their best friend, and they told her everything and all this other stuff. And when they found out that it was actually Christine that basically pulled the trigger on Sam, I was like,
And
Nom's
DCS messed that
actually,
up. And I was actually kind of aggravated during that point because, this was a whole FBI investigation. They had been working on this case for so long.
yeah,
And then DCS came in there, took the girls, and they're the reason why Christine got outed.
yeah.
Like, that should have never
Yeah.
happened.
Also,
Like, DCS messed it up.
how are you going to write a note? How are you going to handwrite it and just throw it in the garbage?
Exactly.
Like, oh, they believe that Christine is their friend, but she's the one who told.
And local DCS made me mad during this documentary, and then the local police. That one guy that they interviewed early on in the documentary that Christine first made contact with and was giving recordings to and everything, he was like, his poor gentle heart, he didn't listen to it anymore after that first time.
Yeah.
He just couldn't. And I'm like, this is your job.
This is not
if
something
you
you
have
hear.
such a gentle, fragile heart, you are in the wrong profession.
Right.
For one.
Because she tried to
tried
call it
so hard
to their attention, and they were basically like, that's not enough evidence.
Yeah. They basically wanted video of acts being
Well, that's
performed.
what she said. Like,
and it's
no. She's like, well, I mean, what do they want me to do? Go record them like in the act?
No.
And it's like, okay, she's telling you this should prompt at least an investigation.
Local police just weren't interested in messing with this group.
Right.
Which, shame on them. That's your job. You need to go find another job, another profession, and get out of this. Especially since your heart is so fragile and gentle that you can't take it. So
gentle,
you don't need to be a police officer.
Okay? Yeah.
So anyway.
Wow.
She's messing with the camera. Has it stopped recording? Oh my goodness. Is this our sign that we need to wrap it up?
Yeah,
okay. Well, we discussed a good bit on it.
We did.
I mean,
you got, everybody gets the gist.
You got the gist.
They can go watch it.
Yeah. go watch Trust Me, The False Prophet. It
On
was
Netflix.
amazing. Don't watch The Manosphere. That's all we're gonna say on
Cut that.
Cut that out. Don't give them any time. And then yeah. So we're just on baby watch now. We're gonna go walk this pregnant lady around and see if we can't get some contractions going or
Get
something
that
because
baby out.
she's done.
Get that
So
baby
maybe
out.
next podcast I'll have grandbaby number 2. We'll
Here's
be here.
hoping.
So yeah.
All right, well, we'll wrap it up.
We'll wrap it up. So hope everyone has a good week.
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers.